Welcome to English class. Today we will be starting with chapter 2 in our book Footprints Without Feet, and the title of our chapter and the story is The Thief's Story, written by Ruskin Bond. You might have heard the name of Ruskin Bond. He's a very prolific and well known writer who writes beautiful stories that deal with human emotions and characters. And this one is also being one of them. This is the author, Ruskin Bond, who lives in India, and you might have come to know recently that he started reading his own stories on radio for the help of children because he loves telling stories a lot. So, what is the summary of the thief story? And before we discuss the summary, let me tell you about the theme. As the title tells, it is the story of a thief who, in first person narrative, tells his own story. He's a juvenile. Juvenile means a young boy who has not acquired mature age till now, but the circumstances of his life, they have pressurized him, they have pushed him into being a thief. And one more thing, the story tells us that we all human beings have positive and negative qualities, but then it is our own conscious choice what we decide to be, and whether we give in to the face of problems, or we decide that we have to struggle and we have to emerge as winner finally. Another theme that the story tells us is the reformatory power of trust and faith. It tells us that faith and trust, reposing faith and trust in someone, it can have miraculous powers. So the positive impact that faith had on the narrator of the story, which leads to finally the victory of virtue over vice, good over evil. This is what we are going to read in this story. So let me acquaint you with the summary part. Here we have two major characters in the story. One is the narrator, whose name is Hari Singh, and who is a 15-year-old boy, though Hari Singh is not his real name because he is a thief, and after one theft is over, successfully over, this boy named Hari Singh, he changes his name because he is clever enough so that he may not be caught by the police, so that he may not be recognized by anyone. So besides changing his name, he changes the place also. From one city to another, he would move after completing one theft. Then what do we know about Hari Singh? That he is such a boy who knows how to read faces and who observes human behavior very keenly, because once you have this keen sense of observation, you get to know human beings very well. That is why he is successful in thieving at such a tender age of 15 years. And then we have another major character whose name is Anil, who is a 25-year-old freelance writer who is still trying hard to make his career in writing. He's a very easygoing man and very simple one. So this article about the thief story, um, it tells us that basic human values and relationships are very important. It is easier for a thief to burgle a greedy man, to steal something from a greedy person, but it is even difficult for a thief or to burgle a careless and honest person. When this young boy Hari Singh becomes friends with Anil, and Anil trusts him completely and also gives him place to live and food to eat, we have to see, does this boy still deceive his trust? So he changes his name every month, and he changes his place every month so that neither the police nor his old employers can recognize him. And when we are going to read this story, this time he started calling himself Hari Singh, and the other person Anil, as I already told you, He's a 25-year-old writer, and this Hari Singh thief, one day he was on a lookout to find another victim for his next um, work, that was thieving. So he happened to look at Anil, who was watching a wrestling match, and Hari Singh was also there. So he observed that this man looks to be very simple, and it would be probably easy to convince him and to win his trust. So the story discloses how the thief deceives Anil by committing theft, but finally withdraws later on. Let us go ahead with the explanation part now. Anil was a 25-year-old writer. He was living his life very carelessly. He was struggling to write for earning the money to run his life. Some days he had money, some days he did not have. One day, when Anil was watching a wrestling match, he meets, the word is incorrectly written over here, he meets Hari. Hari used his old formula. He knew when to smile nicely, when to flatter a little people so as to win their trust. So he did the same thing, and Anil was impressed. And Hari Singh asked Anil if he would employ him, he would cook food for him. Anil was impressed, and he promised that he would teach him how to read and write and numbers and how to cook tasty food also. Now he brought this boy Hari Singh to his home, and they both started living together happily. As you can see in the picture, the big boy Anil, he tried to teach Hari Singh how to read and write. Now one day, Anil had completed a story, and he had sold his story to the publisher, so he had got some money. So he brought a bundle of notes, and carelessly he put the notes under his mattress. Hari Singh saw him keeping the money under the mattress. So when he saw the bundle of notes, his evil spirit aroused in his mind, and he decided that this was the time to rob Anil this night. Though, you know, Hari Singh did not know how to cook, he did not know how to make tea. Anil knew it for the fact that Hari Singh cannot cook, but he knew that the boy is needy, so he, besides teaching him how to read and write, he taught him how to cook, how to make tea, and how to do other household works also. And both of them were living happily there because their needs were quite simpler. But Anil actually did not know about the true intentions of Hari Singh. So when that day he brought money and put under the mattress, after taking dinner, Anil slept calmly, and Hari, slowly and without making any noise, crept to the bed and slipped his hand under the mattress. He got the notes and ran away from the house. He had thought that he would directly take a train to Lucknow, because that time they were living in Kanpur, and then he would be moving to another city and no one would be recognizing. So he reached a railway station, but knowingly, though if he wanted, he could have caught the train, but he missed it. And he started wandering here and there through the bazaar, and it started raining also, and Hari Singh was completely wet. So there was something in him that was trying to stop him. See, like this, he slowly crept his hand under the mattress, picked out the money, and ran to the railway station to catch the train. If he wanted, he easily could have run away from that place, but there was something that was stopping him. Rain started, and Hari Singh was thinking, shall I run away with the money? Shall I try to play with the trust of this man who, despite knowing everything about me, did not ever throw me out of the house, who has always been so nice and gentle to me, who has always taken care of me. I feel at home here. I can have an opportunity to read and write and to become somebody, something big in my life. So with all these confusing thoughts in his head, he couldn't go away, he couldn't run away, and he had to make a decision. So we'll see in the next lesson what decision he makes. We'll continue.